Welcome back to Midnight Signal AI. It's April 25th, 2026, and tonight we're breaking down the day's biggest artificial intelligence stories. On tap, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman issues a public apology after failing to report a shooter's account and conversations with its AI chatbot to authorities. Musk's xAI gets a major boost from the Justice Department in its court fight with Colorado. DeepSeek releases a new open-source model that's getting attention for its capabilities. And tech leaders are rallying behind universal basic income as AI layoffs mount. Plus, tensions between Sam Altman and Elon Musk heat up, and more. Let's dive in. Let's kick off with the fallout from OpenAI's involvement in a recent mass shooting. According to the Tech Buzz and CNN, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has publicly apologized for not reporting the shooter's account and conversations with its AI chatbot to authorities. This follows revelations that the shooter interacted with OpenAI systems before the incident, raising tough questions about the company's safety protocols.
This is a pretty serious moment for AI oversight. Altman's apology, also sent directly to the Canadian community of Tumbler Ridge, according to CBC, acknowledges a gap in OpenAI's monitoring and escalation processes. It's striking because AI firms have been under pressure to catch exactly these kinds of warning signs, especially as their platforms become more embedded in society.
Exactly. The fact that this slipped through OpenAI's filters is already sparking calls for stricter regulation and better transparency. And it's not just about technical safeguards, it's about the trust the public puts in these systems. Altman's move to apologize is damage control, but it also signals that the industry is still playing catch-up when it comes to real-world risks.
It also puts the spotlight on whether AI providers can or should proactively monitor user conversations for potential threats. That's a tricky debate, balancing privacy with safety. This incident could push lawmakers to demand more reporting obligations from AI companies, not just voluntary codes.
And with this being such a high-profile case, it's likely to have ripple effects across the industry. We'll keep watching to see if OpenAI changes its policies, or if this leads to new legal frameworks. Switching gears, there's a legal clash brewing between Elon Musk's xAI and the state of Colorado. The Business Journals reports that the U.S. Justice Department has stepped in to support xAI's lawsuit against Colorado's new AI law, arguing that the state's regulations could conflict with federal policy and stifle innovation.
That's big. When the DOJ intervenes, it signals that the federal government sees national implications. xAI's argument is that Colorado's law, which aims to regulate AI transparency and safety, puts an unfair burden on AI developers. The DOJ agreeing essentially says, hey, states shouldn't get too far ahead of the federal government on tech regulation.
The case is being closely watched, not just by other states, but the entire tech industry. If Colorado's law is struck down or watered down, it could slow the momentum for state-level AI regulation nationwide. But if xAI loses, it might open the door to a patchwork of local rules.
And the fact that multiple outlets, KELO-AM and The Guardian, are covering the DOJ's move shows how much is at stake. This is about who gets to set the ground rules for AI: Silicon Valley, Washington, or every state for itself.
On a related note, the friction between Sam Altman and Elon Musk is making headlines again. The Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal details how AI initially united the two, but growing differences, especially around OpenAI's direction and Musk's competing ventures, have driven them apart.
Their split really mirrors the broader rift in the AI world: open versus closed systems, profit versus public benefit, and personal rivalries. Musk's legal battle with OpenAI is just one symptom of this deeper tension. Meanwhile, as IslanderNews.com points out, while the CEOs feud, the rest of the industry is racing ahead with new models and products.
And let's not forget, the OpenAI Musk trial is heading to court soon, with USA Herald describing it as a high-stakes showdown. The outcome could shape rules for AI partnerships and IP for years to come. Meanwhile, in the world of open-source AI, Chinese firm DeepSeek has released a preview of its new flagship model, V4. MIT Technology Review highlights 3 reasons this matters. V4 can process much longer prompts, it uses a more efficient architecture, and, importantly, it's open source.
The long context capability is a big deal because it lets users feed the model far more information at once, which is crucial for research and enterprise use. Plus, keeping it open source means the global AI community can inspect, improve, and deploy it without licensing barriers. DeepSeek V4's launch underscores how quickly open source models are catching up to, and in some cases, outpacing closed alternatives.
And with the ongoing debates about AI safety and transparency, open source projects like DeepSeek's offer a path for more collaborative oversight. It's not just about competition with OpenAI or Anthropic, it's about democratizing the technology and inviting more scrutiny. Shifting to another hot topic, universal basic income. Let's Data Science and CBS News both report that a wave of tech leaders, including Elon Musk, are publicly backing the idea of universal high income as AI-driven layoffs accelerate.
That's a sign that even the most enthusiastic AI boosters are recognizing the social disruption their inventions are causing. With automation upending jobs across industries, the call for some form of guaranteed basic income is only growing louder. It's not just theoretical anymore. Executives are openly saying it's necessary.
And the fact that Musk and others are making this push during a period of mass layoffs adds urgency. Whether governments will act on these calls is still up in the air, but the tech sector is clearly feeling the pressure to offer solutions, not just inventions. Speaking of interventions, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang is making waves of his own. According to MSN, Huang has publicly challenged fellow billionaires, saying he's fine with the world's highest taxes if it means keeping innovative talent and wealth within society.
That's a rare stance, especially from someone at the top of the AI hardware game. Huang's message is basically, don't run from taxes, invest in the common good. It's a direct contrast to the usual billionaire rhetoric, and it resonates at a time when AI is fueling both astronomical profits and growing inequality.
And it dovetails with the conversations around universal basic income. If the AI economy is going to work for everyone, it'll take more than just new algorithms. It's going to require real redistribution. Let's circle back to Altman for a moment. The Atlantic is out with a piece on his latest venture, trying to verify whether users are human. With bots and deepfakes proliferating, Altman's push for digital identity checks is an attempt to restore trust online.
It's interesting because this isn't just about security, it's about the future of online interaction. If AI can mimic humans perfectly, platforms need new ways to prove who's real. But there are also privacy concerns and fears of centralization. Altman's approach could set a precedent, for better or worse.
And as more of our digital lives involve interacting with AI, figuring out who or what we're talking to becomes absolutely critical. This is likely just the start of a new wave of initiatives around digital identity. Before we wrap, one last quick headline. Mashable reports that Elon Musk says Tesla's Cybercab robot taxi has started production. While not strictly an AI story, it's another sign that autonomous vehicles are moving closer to reality and further blurring the line between AI research and real-world deployment.
That's right. Robo-taxis have been hyped for years, but if Tesla really is starting production, we could see a new wave of public testing and, inevitably, more debates about safety, regulation, and the role of AI in transportation.
That's it for today's edition of Midnight Signal AI. We covered Altman's apology and fallout, the DOJ's intervention with XAI, DeepSeek's leap forward, UBI and the age of automation, and more. If you found this roundup useful, don't forget to subscribe and check the links in the episode notes for more details on each story. Stay curious, stay informed. See you tomorrow.